Namaskar. Myself, Dr. Deepti Bisht, Professor, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurved Sciences, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today's session for class BMS fourth year, I am going to discuss next national program, that is National Filaria Control Program. So let's start the topic. Filariasis, as all of you are aware, filariasis is caused by several round, coiled, and thread-like parasitic worms belonging to the family Filariidae. The disease is caused by the nematode worm, either Wucheria branchiopti or Brugia malai, and transmitted by ubiquitous mosquito species Culex quinquefasciatus and Mansonia annulifera respectively. So these two species, Wucheria bancrofti and Brugia malai, out of this, Wucheria is common in India. The disease manifests often in desirous swelling of legs and hydrocele, and it is the cause of great deal of social stigma. Filariasis is caused by several round, coiled, and thread-like parasitic worms belonging to the family Filariidae. These parasites, after getting deposited on skin, penetrate on their own or through the opening created by mosquito bite to reach the lymphatic system. So this is a brief introduction. Bancroftian filariasis, which is common in India, which is caused by Wucheria. The lymphatic vessels of the male genitalia are most commonly affected, producing episodic funiculatus, that is, inflammation of the spermatic core. Epididymitis and orchitis are also common. Adenolymphadenitis of the extremities is less common in this type of infection. Hydrocele is the most common sign in chronic cases, followed by lymphedema, elephantiasis, and chyaluria. The swelling involves the whole leg, whole arm, and scrotum, the vulva, or the breast. Fluid of hydrocele and chyluric patients may contain microfilaria even when they are absent from the blood. Chyluria occurs intermittently and is more pronounced after a heavy meal. It is often symptomless, but some patients complain of fatigue, weight loss resulting from loss of fat and protein. Next species, Brugian filariasis. This is less common in India. Here the common signs are lymphadenitis occurs episodically, most commonly affecting one inguinal lymph node at a time. Infection lasts for several days and usually heals spontaneously. The frequency of episodes may vary from 1 to 2 attacks per year to several attacks per month. The infection may spread to the surrounding tissues and occasionally involves the whole thigh or entire limb. Infected lymph node may become an abscess, ulcerate, and heal with fibrotic scarring. Actual clinical course with its complications may last from several weeks to 3 months. Characteristically, elephantiasis involves the leg below the knee, but occasionally it affects the arm below the elbow. Genital lesions or chyluria do not occur in this type of filariasis. Now, the common symptom, that is lymphatic filariasis, which is mostly seen, it is commonly known as elephantiasis. It is a disfiguring and disabling disease usually acquired in childhood. In early stages, there are either no symptoms or non-specific symptoms. Although there are no outward symptoms, lymphatic system is damaged. The stage can last for several years. Infected persons sustain the transmission of the disease. The long-term physical consequences are painful swollen limbs, known as elephantiasis or lymphedema. Hydrocele in males is also common in endemic areas. Due to damaged lymphatic system, patients with lymphedema have frequent attacks of infection causing high fever and severe pain. Patients may be bedridden for several days and normal routine activities become difficult. These are the clinical features and effect of lymphatic filariasis. And how the transmission occurs? The adult produces millions of very small immature larvae known as microfilariae, which circulates in the peripheral blood and marked nocturnal periodicity. The worms usually live and produce microfilaria for 5 to 8 years. Lymphatic filariasis is transmitted through mosquito bites. Important points to note: the persons having circulating microfilaria are outwardly healthy, but transmit the infection to others through mosquitoes. The person with chronic filarial swelling suffers severely from the disease, but they no longer transmit the infection. So in the adult stage, filarial worms live in the vessels of the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is a network of lymph nodes and lymph vessels that maintains the fluid balance between the tissues and the blood, which is an essential element of the body's immune defense system. Now, as we learn in National Malaria Control Program, these vector-borne disease, these 6 vector-borne disease are kept under one umbrella now, National Vector-Borne Diseases Control Program, and will be DCP. So this filaria is also under this vector disease control program. And other than filaria and malaria, other diseases are dengue, chikungunya, kala-azar, Japanese encephalitis. Now, National Filaria Control Program. After pilot project in Odisha from 1949 to 1954, the National Filaria Control Program was launched in the country in 1955 with the objective of delimiting the problem, to undertake control measures in endemic areas, and to train personnel to man the program. The main control measures were mass DEC administration, that is diethyl carbamazine, which is a drug, antimalarial drug, anti-larval measures in urban areas, and indoor residual spray in rural areas. Now, National Filaria Control Program strategy. Strategy is like this: recurrent anti-larval measures at weekly intervals, environmental methods including source reduction by filling ditches, pits, low-lying areas, breeding and desilting, etc. Biological control of mosquito breeding through larvivorous fish, anti-parasitic measures through detection and treatment of microfilaria carriers, and diseased person with DEC by filaria clinics in towns covered under the program. Next is elimination of lymphatic filariasis in India. In 1997, WHO and its member states made a commitment to eliminate lymphatic filariasis as a public health problem by 2020, that is 2020, through World Health Assembly resolution. National Health Policy has set the goal of elimination of lymphatic filariasis in India by 2015, later extended to 2021. Subsequent to that, Global Alliance to Eliminate Lymphatic Filariasis have been formed in 2000. So these are some milestones in filaria control program. Twin flood strategies of mass drug administration, that is MDA, for interruption of transmission, that is no new case, and morbidity management and disability prevention for catering the disease afflicted patients were adopted for elimination. So these are the 2 pillar strategies. First is the mass drug administration, MDA, and another is no new case and morbidity management. Mass drug administration. This started as mass campaign from 2004, initially with single dose of DEC only. Then in the year 2007, DEC plus albendazole combination started. From 2018, triple drug therapy, that is DEC, albendazole and ivermectin, is launched initially in 5 selected districts. Since elimination target is approaching first, all the left out districts which are yet to achieve elimination will be brought under IDA. Twin pillar strategies for elimination of lymphatic filariasis. As I have told earlier, MDA or mass drug administration of single dose of DEC, diethyl carbamazine citrate, and albendazole for 5 years or more to the eligible population except pregnant women, children below 2 years of age, and seriously ill persons to interrupt transmission of the disease is provided home-based management of lymphedema cases and upscaling of hydrocele operations in identified CHCs, district hospitals, and medical colleges. All these things are done. There are some milestones in eradicating this lymphatic filariasis. In 1997, World Health Assembly adopted resolution for elimination of lymphatic filariasis. In 2002, National Health Policy set a goal for eradicating this larval filariasis in India by 2015. Then in 2004, elimination of lymphatic filariasis program was launched, covering 202 endemic districts. The policy decision to implement global strategy of co-administration of DEC with albendazole during MDA was approved by National Task Force in 2006. And then there was accelerated plan for elimination of lymphatic filariasis 2018, which was launched in 10 Global Alliance. Elimination of this elimination of lymphatic filariasis, that is GAELF, on 13 June 2018. Then triple risk therapy, that is IDA, has been successfully implemented in 5 districts, namely Arwal, Simdega, Nagpur, Varanasi, Yadgiri on December 18, then on January 19, then January 19, then February 19, and November 19 respectively. Now, one important part of controlling a program regarding filaria, morbidity management and disability alleviation. This is another pillar of strategy, and states and union territories were advised on upscaling home-based morbidity management of lymphedema cases and hydrocele operations. The process involved updating the line listing of lymphedema and hydrocele cases in the district, demonstration and training on simple food hygiene to affected persons, and motivating them for self-practice. Since 2004, state and union territories have reported approx this sum of hydrocele operations. Different states have initiated management of lymphedema cases through demonstrating home-based food hygiene method to patients at local level. So this was all about National Filaria Control Program. In next lecture, we will be discussing some other national programs. So have a nice day. Thank you.